The suspect said he was upset at white people. The suspect stated he wanted to kill white people, especially white officers.
With me now, Arizona Border Sheriff Paul Babeu. Sheriff, great to have you back. When you see an incident like this in Dallas, what are your thoughts?
It's chilling. And I think for any law enforcement officer across America and for our families, it is chilling. And for most Americans watching this, my heart breaks. Everybody does, but it's more shocking how we've evolved to this situation where we've seen this in just outside of Seattle years ago. We've seen it in New York City, where officers are targeted simply because they're wearing the uniform of a protector of our communities, and they're shot at close range, or in this case by sniper fire, and to be gunned down in this way when they were there to protect lives, for people to hold a protest, a peaceful protest. It's just
yes, Sheriff, there were
shocking
reports of the police actually taking fire, blocking the protesters who were obviously there, at least in part, to protest other police presences across the country. I want to ask you about the role of government, though. The governor of Minnesota, for example,
yes,
pretty much blaming racism for the death of Castile earlier this week. I want to just play a quick clip and then get your reaction.
Sure.
Would this have happened if those passengers, the driver and the passenger, were white? I don't think it would have. So I'm forced to confront, and I think all of us in Minnesota are forced to confront, that this kind of racism exists.
So, Sheriff, for those who saw that extremely disturbing live Facebook feed of the shooting, it was very upsetting. What do you make of the governor's reaction? What is the role of people who are in charge to help calm versus potentially incite?
Well, this governor needs to be held accountable. What he did is to pass judgment. He defied the basic elements of the rule of law and justice in America, and he basically convicted these officers before any due process was given. The very thing every cop does in America, we risk our safety, our lives, for people oftentimes we don't know. That governor, and most people don't understand, the risks that our cops face. And to pass judgment and not being in the situation, not knowing all the concerns leading up to that, and not knowing that, and then to make this statement, fanning the flames of the fires that have been going on for years, that President Obama has literally started for nearly 8 years now. And this is where it is about politics. We live in a republic, and when the leaders of our country, whether it's a governor or the president himself, this goes back to Cambridge when you had Professor Gates and Sergeant Crowley when he said the Cambridge police acted stupidly, and he didn't have the facts. He admitted it. This guy's not just a lawyer. He's the president of the country. And when you pass judgment on cops and you make it about race, when Eric Holder goes to Ferguson, when he's supposed to be investigating, and then all of a sudden he's telling a story about when he was a U.S. attorney and how he was racially profiled, his constitutional rights were trampled on. My God, you know, we need to wait. We need to calm things down and let due process take place. Are there bad cops? There have been. We hold them accountable. This is what's great about our republic. But the leaders of our country cannot do this. And so what we've seen last night is not tragic. This was deliberate. This was a planned ambush. And he was motivated because he wanted to kill cops. He wanted to kill white police officers. And when you have leaders in our country that say, don't trust the cops, and it's all about race, have there been circumstances? Yes. Let's address that. Let's not create a war on cops, putting a target on our backs.
Sheriff Paul Babeu, we are grateful for your service. And as I said to Sheriff
My
David
privilege.
Clark, we extend our condolences to your professional community.